Hello, good evening. Am I audible? Okay, thank you. Good evening, participant. We'll be starting in 2 3 minutes. People are joining. Okay. Good evening, participant. Thank you very much for joining. So we'll be starting today's topic that already know drafting of right to information application in appeal. So from the yesterday I dropped a couple of questions for the poll. So I can see like have you studied RTI in law school? Right. So I can see 33% participant they said yes, and then 51 said no. So can anyone tell me how you studied RT in your law school? 33 participants they said yes, it was part. I don't know how you studied, right? So anybody like to respond to this question? You
Yes,
can.
sir. Good evening.
Yes, yes, madam. Good evening. Yes, good evening.
Sir, as soon as it was launched, this RTI Act in somewhere in 2005 or 2000, then again amended. And as soon as it was launched, there was some, high profile, I forget the name now, faculty from Justice Department. And they had come here in district court, and they sent a notice that if all have to attend this program. And then he has explained us everything, how it has been launched and why it has been launched, and how the you can make the society beneficiaries of all this. So I was also appointed as API for RTI. APO, that is for helping the victims. And I had one case also. I will share it with you. I won't share the name and all that, but I can share the incidents. I had a letter from jailer, Thane jail, saying that letter was in Marathi, and he said, ki, I want such and such information. I was shocked to hear that ki when you know everything and you are appointed in such a position, how you can ask such a information. Then we wrote him a letter back replying saying that we cannot share the information with you because it is a trade secret. We cannot share such information and it is not going to benefit any society people about it when it is trade secret, and it has to be kept confidentially and used also confidentially. How can you ask such an information? We return like that. And then again this same letter in Marathi again came from the side of the victim who was in jail, and
Okay.
sorry, the accused who was in jail. And he is saying, okay, I have been put behind the bars because I wanted to implement this, and without permission, I had taken up this product and I have used it. So then I want to know the ingredients of all this product. Again, same reply was given to him also. What they did, both of them put the same application to Konkan bench in Mumbai. At that time, commissioner was there and who was holding the highest profile position for handling such matters. Then I was called there. I was a call that I had to attend that. When I went there and we said, I gave him everything details, and then he said, "Okay, you are right, madam. These people are wrong," and he fired them like anything. And he threw away the file. Literally, he had thrown away the file, saying, "You go and study and see that what is written here. Is it going to benefit the society at the whole? If it is going to benefit only, she will share the information. Otherwise, she is not going to share information." That is what was the this thing
Okay, ma'am.
outcome. And then the file was closed. Then I asked him to, sir, please write on this file that it is closed because I will be reporting to my headquarters. I have to report this. Then he, on his own, he had taken file in red pen. He has written in block letters, file is closed. And
Okay,
application
ma'am.
was written by me only in Marathi that it should be closed and all that. Thank you, sir, giving
Okay, ma'am.
me
Thank you, ma'am.
opportunity to speak and share.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So I can see from the responses. So I asked question like part of curriculum. So you studied like the chance to attend one of the lecture seminar. So I can see from the chat box. So it was a separate. Have a part in administrative law. Yes, people teach RT and administrative law also. It was a separate option paper in our syllabus in fourth year. So yes, Arpita, Ananya, and then another as a part of IT Act law paper. 20 marks allotted for this. So again, it's very unusual for me, like information technology. So again, people will try to adapt. Please put the relevant question in the chat box. Sorry for this unnecessary messages in chat box. So yes, definitely. So I have seen again. I keep trying. Especially I get the chance to teach in first year. So try to teach first year itself because first year students they go to any other responses you can put in the chat box. I'll read out. So student in the first year they go to NGO. So in that like we some basic understanding, especially like this kind of law, RTI, and then consumer, and then some social legal thing like what we teach in legal method paper. Obviously, it's in a 5 year course. It's not part of 3 year. So that way they learn. So we should teach this law RTA Act again very basic, and then I have taught this thing in BBA MBA also wherever I have got the opportunity to teach in universities. So because if I have seen some of the books, so RTI in corporate law, business law, so RTI Act will be there. It's one of the module in that particular or chapter in particular book. So again, I can see like many responded it's a part of curriculum. Any other responses you can put in chat box. I can see it's part of administrative law, IT Act, separate paper. Yes. Any other responses? And also teach in way that historical background, how to seek information, which institution fall in the RTI, draft change if your application not reach you the desire of how they respond or reply. Okay, thank you, Ravindra. So very good. I can see that you have found out the way like where to teach this thing. I've seen like let me tell you, I'll be again going to GNLU teaching this in LLM in Constitutional Administrative Law. So I'll be going towards the end of March. For last 7 8 years, I've been uh, going and teaching RTI. Same thing, Dr. Hardik Parikh also like offers advanced legal drafting. So in that he has included RTI. So I have taught in all the section of undergraduate program also. So again, we have to find out the way. So it's good, right? You learn. So let me tell you, it was not part of our syllabus when I did. Again, law came later on, so not part of UG, PG also. Nobody taught us. So that's why I started learning my like own, and then you can say I'm a student of RTI. Last I would say 14 15 years. So started reading, and I have filed around like maybe 70 plus RTI, and from central level to state level also, and then district level also. So that way, okay. Center for Good Governance also conducted remote session on RTI. Yes, yes. Mohammed Faisal, you rightly stated. I also did that particular course. So you got the opportunity to attend 2009. Yes. Center for Good Governance in Hyderabad, right? So and then DOPT, Department of Personal Training. So they come up with this particular course, and unfortunately, it's not going right now. So I also got the opportunity. I attended that course. So RTI Act, you can see. Uh, any response you can put in the chat box, whatever comes to your mind during this session. So I will read out. So you can see it is connected. Like for example, it's connected to freedom of speech and expression, right? Until unless we have information related to how government is working, what are the core area, uh, until so we won't able to use our this freedom of the right to information. So this essential like information is provided to us, then we can question the government, right? So that is the idea. This interpretation done in of this particular act. So Article 91A, right, talks about freedom of speech and expression. So it's a very lengthy slide. Let me tell you, I'll be sharing this. I started with 40, 50 slide, maybe 10, 11 years back. Right now it's 140 slides. So from very basic to practical aspect, it is already there. So that's why don't worry. I will skip and then try to manage, take as many questions as possible. So RT Act again, you can see. So what used to happen earlier, right? So younger generation, right, may not right now feeling those kind, but again, senior people like who have experience when you go to, for example, make an application for passport or a ration card or any other thing, any application. Student have made an application for scholarship. Also, I have seen, sir, I have applied for scholarship. It has any uh, so many months. It just will pass, completed 1 2 year also. So that way things happen. So there is earlier what used to happen, like Kalana, Persona, come tomorrow, day after tomorrow, or not happen. So there was no nothing, right? What is happening in government offices, we were clueless. So that's why it led to corruption, right? If you give me X amount of money, and then will I provide you information or whatever you are asking for. So that was the thing. There's no transparency, right? And then it led to corruption. So earlier you can see, so as of now, I think more than 120, 30 countries are having this law in RTI. So name it differs. Like you will see, it may be like Freedom of Information Act or Official Information Act, Right to Information Act, and then some of the countries it's part of the Constitution itself. We had a like interpretation, right? And the Article 19(1)(a) of Constitution of India. Uh, so before this, we like different states were having law on RTI. Again, not got opportunity to read, but again, this was the literature for your understanding. So again, 2005. So Act 2005 is, so before that, these are states they were having law on RTI. Uh, Now see the journey, right? So I hope some of the senior people must be aware about Official Secret Act. So whatever activities happening in government office, it will be kept secret. So again, you can see the English law, they enacted. So obviously they didn't want to disclose or put information in the public domain. So that's the act. So the things will be kept secret. So name itself says Officer Secret Act. And the journey started by the video is also there. You can see in YouTube. Just type MKSS RTI movement, Mazdoor Kisan Shakti Sangathan, right in the Rajasthan. Started movement. You must be knowing Aruna Roy, ex IS officer, and then other like RT activists. They started movement. They started asking in panchayat, right? Give me this record, that record. They started questioning people. So sometimes you might have seen like there is a movement. So many times we know okay something happens and then immediately law comes. Sometimes it takes years to get to that particular law. The movement starts and representation happens, and then a lot of things. Sometimes private bill also comes up. So that's the thing. And then this Freedom of Information Act came. So it was repealed. Now we have 2005 Act. Major drawback was the 2000 Act was there is no penal provision. Like this information officer is there. If he or she is not providing information, so there won't be any action against that particular officer. So that's the drawback of this particular act. So now we have 2005 Act. Now you see, two objective talks about transparency and accountability as we discussed earlier. So there is no transparency, how things are happening, right? Or how files are moving from here and there in government office, what is status of your application or your representation, and then accountability, right? So the officer will be held accountable. Second thing, mechanism, right, to having central information office. So if whatever law we pick up, so there will be some office will be there, and then against the against the reply of that particular office, appeal mechanism will be there, complaint mechanism there will be there, some law will be the investigation department will be there, right? Like for Competition Commission of India. So just for this law, we have like Central Information Commission, State Information Commission. So two things are there, object of RTI. Now, I'm sorry. Right to information again. There's a definitions are given. So we know like 99.99% of people know okay, just we can make an application and get the information, right? And after paying the fees, right? So for the document, but again, other things are also there. You can go and inspect work also, right? Not only getting certified copy. So these are also things part of right to the definition. You can get certified sample of materials also. So 99, as I told you, the things happen. Okay, we can make the application, right? A request for uh, like information per window, certified copy. That's it. So this is also so certified copy. That is fine. You can go inspect the work also, right? Obviously, you can state, okay, I want to give me dates, and on that particular date, I will come and pay the required that fees as per the rules of that state rules. And taking a certified separate material. That's not happening. Very few example I have also seen last I would say a decade. Like look this is the example. One of the citizens from Ahmedabad. So how it happens. Same thing. It happens in our area also related to bridge or any infrastructure projects, right? Road or any other things. Right? So things is there, and then within few weeks, few months, it start deteriorating or collapse, right? So in that thing, so this citizens started asking like much sample used that concrete or material used for making this road, and then you can get analyzed, and then we can complain representation, right, in that way, and then obviously uh, proper action can be taken against the contractor, and obviously officers also are involved in this particular permission. So part of our ultimately unearth the corruption part. So this is also been not only certified copy, but this is also uh, things are available, right, as an undercover definition of right to information, right? So inspection also you can do, then you can get the sample materials also. Information which is available that will be given to you. Information like documents, memo, release, circular order, contract, that is fine. But another part like let me ask this question, like private universities, they are not covered in the RTA, right? So how university is set up in India? Can anybody tell me? You can put in a chat. But how university is set up? I want to discuss this part. This in a second paragraph underline. Yes, Advocate CCR UGC Act. Okay. Can you get information from private universities? Yes. Can you get information from private university? That is my question. Please be quick. Otherwise, it takes 3 hours for this particular lecture. But again, I'll be fast in this. Okay. Until unless funded by government. Okay. Yes. Okay. So majorly like two universities. You can say there's like University Act, right? So like GNLU, right? Gujarat National Law University Act 2003, Gujarat University, I mean Gujarat, so Delhi University Act 1912, right? So this is there is an act, right? Another thing, private university act, like in Gujarat we have Gujarat State Private Universities Act 2009. Under that, various universities are set up. There are big societies, trusts, so they introduce they made an application, and now it's a universities because you get the autonomy in that way. So private universities, okay, private universities subsidy funded by the government. Okay, yes, yeah, good point, Shruti. Yes. So okay, that will be discussing definitely in the next slide. So here, what happens, like private bodies, what happens? You want to get information, so because you have to make application, like for example, X university is there in Maharashtra, like for example, Dhirubhai Ambani University is there, MIT University, right? Sadar University, UD Goenka universities, right? And then like VIT, Vellore. So again, you have to check it out. Maybe Act will be there or not. So yeah, thank you. I will try to like discuss as many things possible. So it's up to you, right? I can speak for 3 4 hours also. So here you can see, so we cannot get it because they are the private bodies. So here, like for example, law schools. So law school, we know we want information, so we can get information from obviously UGC is there, then bar council, then education department, and then other courses. For example, medical courses. So obviously UGC is there, then National Medical Commission is there. From there, we can get the information. So here they can access information of that private bodies. So that way you have to make a strategic application there. So obviously don't make application to private bodies. So that way you can get so, and then for example, different institutions, right? So there is an act like IIT Act is there, NIT, and then other act. There's no act of IIM. Working IIM, I got to know how IIM is working. So their work is, so IIM Act is there 2017, right? And then obviously they come under the MHRT, now Education Department. So for the more that progress of that institution, so every state in they were running under the societies. IIM, I'm talking Indian Institute of Management. IIT Act is there, NIT Act is there, and then various institutions equal to central level, Central University Act is there. So here that way, and then obviously so they can do so. It's become national importance, institution national importance. They become under the MHRD. So that way, obviously under the RTA. So definitely this funding part also control part will come. So we have to make application to those like for example university level to those university, right? And then regulatory bodies, right? For example, Council of Architecture course are there, Nursing Council, Council of Architecture, Bar Council of India, National Medical Commission. These are regulatory bodies. So that way you have to, so this, the underline what I have discussed, which can be accessed by public authority. So they are the public authority, UGC, uh, regulatory bodies, others, so they can access information. So that way you have to, don't make an application to uh, private bodies. Now records again, what it's includes a document, manuscript, file, certificate, copy, images, everything come under this and the definition of records. So because that we have to understand what happens. Like they said when RTI came, so a lot of things happen. So people, no, the institution, the organization, no, we are not public authority, we are not. So those things started also happening, and then it was challenging High Court, Supreme Court, and then right, no issues were there, right, in that particular point of time. So here also, like it is not part of information. So because definition matters, that we know, right, as a legal professional, law student, law teacher, we know like what is the importance of definition. Even it's a one liner, right? It makes a lot of difference in uh, following a particular cases, or rather proceeding with particular cases. Now, public authority, very crucial definition. Until unless one organization is in a public authority. Now, recently, I think couple of weeks back, there's a judgment by Delhi High Court. So, private schools, right? So, definitely, so in PIL, what happens? Right? Until it is a state, right? So we cannot go for PIL, right? You cannot file REIT, right? Under 226 or in 32. So in that judgment, right? So private schools are there, but again governed by Delhi, that Education Act is there. So it was considered. So REIT is applicable under 226. The recent judgment given by Delhi High Court. So Delhi Education Act is there. So they it governs entire schools. That's why it was there. But private schools also covered. So again, we have to see that at this point also. So upfront, it is not covered. But these are the elements, right? Who governs, who controls, who funds. Those things also, this you have to keep in mind. So this is very usually you can see like a body or set up in constitution, act made by the parliament, state legislature, that is fine. So again, another thing like notification, like as I told you, this IIMs, they were registered in the society registration, right? Society registration act in state. And then another thing, bodies also, so they can notify issue order, okay, it will be come under the state or central level. So that is fine. Another important part, this body that owned, like controlled by, substantially financed by government. Government is giving land, giving fund, right, controlling activities in that way. So it will be considered as a public authority. So many times, right, this happens in previous cases. When Act came, so a lot of things this happen and being challenged, complained, and case went to High Court, Supreme Court, and then things happen. But again, so that you have to prove definitely. If this also happened, right, you can make a complaint also direct to commission that will see. Now, let me ask this question: like, how in Consumer Protection Act, how what is the flow of case in Consumer Protection? What is the flow of case in Consumer Protection Act? Yes, please. I hope I'm audible. Yes, thank you, Dr. Shishir. Yeah, district, state, and national. Yes. So that is a flow of cases in that way. Here is something very different. Yeah. Thank you, Muhammad Wasiuddin. So district, state, and national. Here the things are different. So I have seen even senior people, law professor, right, having, let me tell you, 20, 25, 30 years experience. They've asked me question, Kalpesh, this order comes, so can I file appeal to state? No, answer is no, because two setup are different, right? Unlike the consumer cases, right? It's not like against the order of state, he'll go to central. The answer is no. So here, for example, I given, you can just pick up like the public information officer will be, that's called PIO. And I give an example like GIDC, right? In Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation, or in RICO, Rajasthan Industrial Corporation, right? So the example just for the discussion purpose. So appellate authority. So public information and appellate authority, first appeal, right? And the second appeal will go to State Information Commission. So appellate authority will be the senior officer in the same department, right? And then state information, and then right side you can see, like for example, income tax department, or maybe take any other example, railway, post office, or any, like for example, central universities, public sector enterprises, banks, right? Banks, and appellate authority, and central CICS New Delhi, right? So they have not. So here one chief information commissioner will be there, 1 plus 10. So many time you have seen, I have seen, I think 3 4 PR so far, right? There is a vacancy, nobody is there, no, it's headless, we see this kind of headline, headless information commission office, nobody is there. This happened in Gujarat also, this happened in central level also. 3 4 PL I have seen, at central level, they do anti-active, they file and then ask, appoint. It's a vacancy for this X number of months appointed, because uh, appeal and complaints are being piled up. So those things are there, and then they can set up offices also. But again, still it is there in Central Information Commission. No office they have set up in different part of the country. Now here again, you have to make an application in your name. So you cannot make an application to XYZ company's name. So you have to put your name and details. Sometimes people ask me, can we make an application anonymously? The answer is no. You have to put your name, detail, address for the communication purpose. But now this is like the proactive disclosure. So moto. Sorry, I'll be little bit fast so I can cover more in detail. You can put question in the chat box. Anything, any whatever comes to your mind. So this is so motor disclosure, right? So for getting like, but again, there are issues of getting this information. So you can avoid so many RTI applications in queries. Yeah, but now you can see answer key comes up. They invite objection also, and they so this is again the example of transparency. Earlier, what used to happen? Examination is done, and then result is out. You don't know about your paper, nothing. No, how many questions were right or wrong? No, nothing. Okay, they will just only result will come up. They're very, very difficult. So here you can see, so this budgeted part and then function of duties, and then committee setup. So this kind of information still, right? They have to proactively put it on the website. People come to get to know. Still, many don't follow. Some information missing, right? So uh, and then recently also in Gujarat, a few days back, Gujarat State Information Commission and asked, seriously all the public authorities, proactive disclose information on your, website. Information explosion, you can see here, this is like, for example, it affects, sovereignty, integrity of India, security strategic part. Another part, like, information forwarded by the court, so that I cannot get, again, so let's discuss. Personal information, not, you cannot ask, right, you can, but again, until there's a public interest, right, so information will be given. So public interest, you have to show, then information will be given to you. This section talks of example, you have 10 question. After that, 4 are exempted. So information cannot be given. So they cannot reject your entire application. So this section 10 talks about those things. So for 4, they will say it is exemption. And they have to mention, right, particular section 8, right, whatever the subsections are there. So they have to mention not exempted. And for rest of them, like, no, for the 6, right, after 6 out of 10, so they will be giving, they have to require to give information. So it cannot reject entire application front. Now here you see third party information. You see, like, you have asked my, for example, I'm working in particular university. You make an application to that university, asking my qualification, other details. So within 5 days, the university will be informing to me, right, and then asking my opinion, whether like this X person has asked for this information, and then at this opportunity is given to me, right? I can say yes, no, right? It's not like I said no, right? The PR have to, right, keep, like, to consider, right, keep in mind while deciding the disposing the application. It's not like, but things happen. I said no, I don't want to disclose. I am against whatever, I reply, and then same thing PI also reply. PI is giving me the chance, right, getting my uh, views reply on that particular part. It's not like I said no and PIO is bound to say no, right? Deny the information to application. This is a very wrong thing, but the things are a bit different thing. Uh, Again, total days is 30, so I have to reply in 10 days, and then total days are 40, right? General days is 30, and then, for example, PI is disclosing my information, so I can also go in appeal, right? I'm a third party. You have made an application to get my details, right? Recently you might have seen our Prime Minister Modi is, right, okay, we can, so things are happening for, long, let me tell you, related to degree that we'll discuss in while. These are the exempt organization. So if there is a matter of human rights violation, so information can be given. But against upfront, so these are the paramilitary forces. So Army, Navy, Air Force are there. But again, for a static reason, so you cannot ask information from the Army, Navy, Air Force also. So Army, Navy, Air Force is not a part of this particular, right, schedule two of RTA, right? CBI and then RAW, NSG, this is paramilitary forces, BSF, CISF, CRPF. Again, you can see different success story. Again, sir also discussed many success story. Many things happen, right? Change happen because of this. You make an application. Sometimes you see like through your RTA application, uh, you won't get reply. Let me tell you. Right? For just you make an ask you, okay, what was the fund budget was given for street light or road, and then that's the applications you won't get a reply of RTA application, but before they reply, for example, I've seen this example and somebody also shared with me, sir, I made an RTA application on particular date, and then that the 30 days is timeline. So in 15-20 days they started working on that particular thing, right? Whatever is was lacuna was there in working, or any discrepancy in the working department, right? So that way malfunctioning, maladministration that was there, so those things happened, right? So many success stories are there. Again, you can without it. Now there is no age limit for RTA. That's not like 18 plus will file RTA. So you can see the example, this girl Aswarya also, I'm sorry, file RTI in ministry. Again, we learned, she learned RTI application from her mother, RTI activist. And then she also filed RTI in ministry when Mahatma Gandhi was given name Mahatma. And then the reply was given by department, there is no such information is available. So we have been calling, right, Mahatma Gandhi, right? It's not a surname. So that way we are using for years. Again, this is no age limit for RTI filing. So these are the example I can you can see. Different states have come up with different helpline and then applications. So like in Punjab, and then MP Information Commission mobile number, email ID. This is again good example. A very well known RTI active. Since beginning I'm connected, right? I have learned a lot of things from this. The Mahiti Adhikar Gujarat Pehal. Here is a right initiative, right? Mahiti is information, Adhikar is right, Gujarat, and then Pehal the initiative. So uh, they come up with this, so Tata Sumo. So you can see they converted in this, right, for they keep going various places in Gujarat, and they also been to other states also like MP, Rajasthan, Jammu Kashmir also for active, information disseminating art. Since beginning they're active. You can see people are there, small LED TV is there, and then we have universities, colleges. Now this set a governor's house in Gujarat. Srimati Kamala Devi, the governor of, so they display this RT on wheels. This is me 11 years back. I attended one of the meetings, so they got good, big bus, right? So they can keep traveling with another states also. So now you can see the big displays there, LCD, and then big bus, right? So RTA, sorry, that sumo to this big bus. So this is helpline number, RT on wheels. They went to Jammu Kashmir also. Now see, this is the case. That Paras also discussed this answer sheet issues case. Uh, he also filed and made a complaint. Let me tell you, he made a contempt, like a complaint to various institution also by citing this judgment. Right. So this thing happened. So many people they started. Obviously, you can all make an application for your answer sheet only. So they said like all over the India they started making application for the answer sheet, and then you can see here appeals like different. So Supreme Court, they collectively this hear this particular RTI this matter related to the answer sheet whether under article falls under definition of information or not. So yesterday it's a falls under definition of RTI, right? Sorry, information under the RTI Act. So definitely, so you can get the copy of that. And then some of the institution, a small institution that is fine. So student get the opportunity to see. Sorry, get the opportunity to read, whenever there is exam, and then uh, I've seen also as a faculty I've shown got this student get the opportunity to see their answer sheet. But big institutions like the university where thousands of students are there, right? So ranging from 30,000, 40,000, 50, right? Depend, and then it's very difficult in that way. And now, I was in Gujarat a few years back, right? So paper checking. So I was checking like, in Gujarat Technical University also. There's a paper now. Online checking is done. I hope some of you might have done, faculty members. Online, you can do paper will be there scanned, and then you can keep putting marks, right? So starting from point 0.5 also, you just drag and then put. So easily available to that candidates nowadays. So when this came, so people started then examining body. They was used to like, if we don't have resources, you can understand that people making applications and then get the particular answer, get the copy, and then provide. So you can understand things. But nowadays things are easy. So uh, again, you can see BCCI. This issue happens. So BCCI again, how it works. It's a world's richest cricket body, and then how it's working that we know. So it is registered. So what is BCCI? Can anybody tell me what is BCCI? How BCCI is operating? I hope I'm audible. That's Cricket Control Board of India. Yes, I'm audible. Yeah, thank you. Board of Control for Cricket India. So it's again registered under the Tamil Nadu Cooperative Societies Act. You can imagine how it's operating, right? There is no like we have federations are there, right? Hockey federation, kabaddi different federation. How things happen, from people, sorry, sports person, they are selected from, very like basic level, district level, state, and then level. So this is the different, depending on the sports how selection is done. So this act came, so then BCCI, this is old judgment. So again, it's not a public authority, right? Information cannot be given because, as I told you, it's society. It's under Tamil Nadu. But again, uh, other bodies also they state, yes, it should cover under the RTI Act, right? Even the anti-doping agency also, okay, we should cover under RTI because you can see it's representing India. The way it's operating, you can imagine. No tax, nothing is there. You can see, and this also happened, right? We are not going to detail. How can a body that left Team India not be a public authority? Yes, Aparna, yes, you're right. So this is the, again report, law commission report. So legal from BCCI, again law commission, they also submitted report. So you can see this, one of the RTA applications, we see, we'll discuss shortly. So one of Subhash Chandra Agarwal, and then on the RTI, they file also RTI. We need to do this, how like sports bodies, because these are federations, they get the they do the selections. These are the criteria you can imagine. You are representing India. You can say, no, we are not part of. Like I'm a private body. Same thing happened with PM Care Fund. Also. Just see, like for example, and then another, let me give you example, IPBS, right? Banking exam. Public center bank comes and they create another body and they conduct the exam, and then you say it's not covered under RTA. This is very, let me tell you, but BCCI board members who are MPs also, so need to cover under RT. Yeah. So you can just read out this report. So law can support report. So these are the little characteristics you can understand. Federation, sports. Now it's not like a private body. How things happens, right? They represent India, right? Whether it is in different like Olympic or cricket or any other sports, you can see in different sports, but separate sport like javelin and then archery. So different sports are there, boxing, right? Football. So that way, these are the characteristics, controlling, supporting, and then especially like just forget all the things. You are representing India, right? So this kind of interpretation, so BCCI also, I can see this is the firms also they submitted the report. Again, political party, as I told you, Subhash Chandra Agarwal is a cloth merchant around, I think, by this time, maybe 70-year old, 70 plus. So he's having name in Guinness Book World Record also for filing maximum RTA. So this recent case of electoral bonds also, people file RTI, and then Supreme Court also stated disclose entire thing. They asked SBI also, right? Right. In the electoral bond happens like uh, they were not disclosing who have invested in that particular that bond, and that money is given to political parties. So political parties. So this election, this 2013 judgment, when this judgment came, so see the reasoning. No taxation. They get the land on concessional rate. Uh, they get the free land concession rate, and then free air on All India Radio also. So you can see the way the benefits, right, they're getting. And then you are telling we are not a public authority. This is very ridiculous, I would say. So these figures keep coming. So this old one, you can say, you can check it out every time. We have Association Democratic Reforms. They keep doing research and coming with figures related to how much that particular political party got the money. And then very good decision, I would say, by the Supreme Court. They asked disclose, right? How, and then after this particular judgment, let me tell you, this CIC in 2013, Central Information Commission, they come up with amendments in RTI Acts, and then political party won't be covered under definition public authority. So things came, and there was a lot of uproar, human cry, and ultimately they have to take that particular bill back. So now things are happening. You can see recently Delhi High Court stated. So uh, my one line for things, when you are holding a public authority office, you have to be transparent. Even I'm a peon or prime minister, people should, okay, this is my qualification, right? Whatever things, I am not in a private thing, right? So I have to disclose qualification, degree, caste, what certificate when applying for reservation, anything that should be transparent. Here, this is latest thing you might have seen. Delhi High Court, Delhi University, they stated like we won't be showing. You might have seen that statement. We won't be. Yes, we are ready to show the degree, but not to all. I will show degree to court. So I don't understand. So still, and in Gujarat also, they things happen. Gujarat High Court also, they recommended Arvind Kejriwal also. It's a very childish thing, and they, like, because citizen, they are uh, supposed to know, right, who is there, even small level to, right, in a bigger level, right, president to whatever in a lower level qualification from where the assets also. And then this judges assets case, you might have also maybe senior professional teacher must be knowing. Then things came, judges also like they were reluctant, it will affect our independence of judiciary. Like how can you like still many judges this came, and then reluctant, and then they go, okay, judges should disclose their assets, right, own and their spouse also. So okay, as a judge, I am telling, okay, be transparent and accountable. I also will have to be transparent. This is my assets and other thing I have to disclose. Again, there's a provision of penalty also, but very less number of cases. Still till today also you will see penalty, because again it's matter of discretion. You cannot compel. Obviously, you can pay, but you can compel information commission to put a fine on public information officer. Uh, you can see Shailesh Gandhi sir is there. I am connected with sir almost 13, 14 years. So again, you see very great judgment, and then sir has disposed. Sir was a pass out to IIT Bombay. He was again businessman, and he was, I would say, not other. I have not seen from outside. So most would like to tell you 85% of the information commissioner, the bureau IAS officer or IPS officer. They're very unfortunate thing, let me tell you. There should be somebody criteria are also there. So they can open, and a great judgment, let me tell you. Gandhi sir also, 97 case on the spot. you see we're here, and then it takes months and months to deliver or give a judgment or order, right? We see in judgment other court cases also reserved on particular day, and judgment dates different. So that things are there. And then right side you can see Professor Sridhar. So he was a professor in Nalsar, Hyderabad. So again, it's exceptional. Uh, as I told you, like this kind of people we need in office of information commission. Then and then something can happen. So he completed tenure. He gave a very remarkable judgment. Also, sometimes it was very not again not happy. That government not also not happy with some of the judgment because again government is supporting, and then judgment order goes against the political party, that how things works. This again, I file RTI, many RTI files. For example, you can see when 2013, so I file RTI. So really, you can then how many applications complaint, sorry, appeal and complaints are pending. Then first I got reply, no information is available. I was really shocked. Like you are a central level uh, public authority, and you are saying no information available. Then immediately after, some time I got the information like no more like 24,000 plus cases are pending for disposal. You can read here, but the data on pendency of cases before January, right, not available with the commission. So you can imagine, like how things are happen. Same thing. One of my students doing PhD in legal aid. So he filed RTI in ministry, and got the reply earlier in National Legal Research Authority. So earlier it was part of legislative department. Now we don't have information beyond this particular date. So you can imagine, like how so documents and they are maintained and preserved. Uh, Let me go fast. So now see, this is the example. Uh, I did PhD in special economic zone. I hope you must be knowing SEZ, special economic zone. So for that, my PhD purpose, I because this number tax benefits are there to SEZ, right? Special economic zone, and then SEZ, units that can ask uh, file 56 RTI at central state level also. This reply I file RTI in Ministry of Finance, right? So in that ask what was the loss to exchequer, right? So tax loss, that the ask that particular information. So what they did for ministry, they send letter to all the state, from state to district, and then you can see the number of RTI, 1200 plus RTI replies I received. They completely wasted. So there are two taxes, the direct and indirect taxes. This is a reply from income tax department, that is direct tax. For indirect tax, for custom excise, I got the mail, Excel sheet, and I got the number. Okay, this is the loss to exchequer. But again, this is they're supposed to center level thing and centrally managed, right? And even they are not able to file खो गई है, CIC takes take action, casual replies later. Yes, yes, definitely things are there. File नहीं मिल रही है, no information available. But again, let me tell you, through okay, then another RTI things are there. So here what happens, like totally wastage, like speed post or other, you can see the amount they wastage on this particular thing. Another thing, like information whatever is available that can be given, information cannot be created. But another part, because of your RTA application, they start maintaining. I have seen, right, experience also, they start maintaining those particular information. So don't think okay, RTA application not available can be given, but they start maintaining those information, right? They cannot accept some information is obviously very very they are supposed to, right, maintain, right, preserve for uh, a specified number of years. There is a retention schedule is there in government. So this particular file will be preserved for particular number of years. For example, uh, like logbook is there, or there's a file like visitors, that book is there, the main gate of government offices. So it will be kept for the 3 year. Another documents you kept for the 5 year, 6 year. We know income tax you have to reserve document for example. So there's a record retention schedule is there. Another thing, retention, Mohammed Faisal, retention period around 10 years with reference to procurement. Yes. So things are there. This document will be preserved for X number of years. And then another thing is there. So I went to All India Radio for the for lecture session, uh, right, around 7 8 years back. So then I discussed, because wherever I go, we have to get those cases also. So I fortunately I got one case like Muhammad Ali Jinnah, right? So when RTI application was filed, so give me the copy of that speech that Muhammad Ali Jinnah gave when independent, like 15 August 1947. So some documents I archive. Archive means it will be kept for years and years. There is no time limit. That way, that things are there to provide. So it was allowed, because there to it's not like you can dispose those. And the same thing you can see in universities also, right? So you might have seen maybe in paper. So student, I don't know, aware or not, so they disclose, right? Dispose those answers. It's very difficult to maintain, right? Those answer sheet, and might have seen dissertations, and then obviously thesis, different thing. But small reports they throw after some time. Immediately, I would say after semester also, even they throw. They ask for tender also in government to dispose answer sheet, and then so that way, uh, again for again, as I told you, like land records, I've seen, so no entire thing is now you can see online, and then other documents also digitized, so you can get it from way back, longer period of time also, 20, 30, 40 years back also, because of digitization. And then again, RT activists, I am not going to things now. We go to practical part. Another part, you can say whistleblowers act. So I don't have, like, still nothing is happening. So what happens, like, RT activists, we saw, like, for example, this RT active was killing, they had to expose corruption in various departments, government offices. Uh, Right. Now, this whistleblower act. So what happens? RT Act, your name, you have to mention your name detail. So uh, name will be disclosed, and people will be after your life, and then it will danger to your life also. So this thing happen here. Whistleblower Act still have not seen, not heard or seen any news for years. Let me tell you, due to this. So here, what happens? Like, whistleblower, again, who is whistleblower. I don't need to discuss in detail. So what happened, like, in this case? So people inside the office or outside. I'm working in particular government office. I also can make an, because you can see I'm working in particular university or public authority. I can I'm sorry, complain, and then it will difficult for me to survive in that particular office. So those things are there, and sometimes they ask, but some people, they really take the risk and they make an application RTA also. Otherwise, they take benefit, help of friends or any other people, make an application, ask to that his or her department. So here, you can make a complaint to complaint authority, like outside. If you are an outsider, sorry, inside or outsider also make a complaint, and then your identity won't be disclosed, right? You can see RTA, what happens, identity disclosed, and people after your life. So those things are there. And then if a false frivolous complaint also, so penalty will be also there upon you, fine and penalty will be there. So two things are there. So I have not seen any news for years in this regard. Misuse of RTI, people filing for the personal thing, right? You can see, you can get the answer sheet of your children, but again people file, here this case, you can see filing RTI to know the classmates, her sons or daughters, classmates detail. Recently, our Home Minister in Gujarat, so in assembly, so he stated, like, strict action will be taken, because people are, extorting with the RTI application. They are making RTI application and using RTI to extort money from. And FIR also have been filed against these people across the Gujarat, especially some of the district. I'm from Surat, so this thing happened in Ahmedabad, other part of the uh, district, state also. So those things are there. Still, it's not, no, nothing is there in law, but again, using RTI, people are extorting money and the personal like level, like what we see in EIL also, publicity interest litigation, private interest litigation, those things are there. Let me go to the practical aspects. Okay, so can anybody tell me how to file RTA? I've seen many people have filed RTA. Okay, there are fake RTA organization also extorting money in the name of asking confidential details, private companies. Yeah. Thank you, Ajay Sharma. Yes, I could see many people have filed RTA. So how to file RTA? Via RTA online portal or post? Yes, Ronima, thank you.
Sir, our times it was not online. We had to take a form from the department and pay 10 rupees postal order for filling up this form. And along with that application form, this postal order should be attached to and put it up, whatever matter is written in that form. And then after a week's time, you will get the information whether they will answer or not. If it is answerable, you will get the answer. Otherwise, they will deny. It was like that.
Yes, yes. So yes, yes, thank you. So I can see from the responses, okay, via online, personal, through hard copy, it can be filed online. Online link and write application description and make the payment of 10 rupees. Okay. Thank you for all the responses. Now you can see central level, there is no format, right? If you are like central level authority, what is the central level public authorities, there is no format. So simple paper, you can write RT applications. State level, they can make their own rules, and then fees will be like different. Like for example, I'm sorry. So and then most important thing, they hardly respond to online RTA. Okay, Dr. Gurdeep. Yeah. So you can see here, so no prescribed format center level, simply you can make an application plain paper. There are like states, they make their own rules, uh, and they prescribe format and fees also, like in central there's a fees of 10 rupees and state level fees for different, like Maharashtra is 10 rupees, central as I told you is 10 rupees, Maharashtra 10 rupees, and then Gujarat 20 rupees, and differ from state to state also. And then most important thing, you are not required to give any reason for seeking information. They cannot ask you what will you going to do with the information, this and that. So this is not there, so it's a good thing. Now here see, uh, in Gujarat, and then obviously like you see like 10 rupees for the can not feasible. So best thing is to make an application, IPO, Indian Postal Order, that you can get it from post office. That I will discuss. Don't go for DDE and cash. It's not possible to go that obviously. Listen, it's feasible that you can go. Otherwise, DD is sorry, IPO is the best. And then for copy, 2 rupees for per page to be given. Uh, as I told you, many instances without paying this 2 rupees, I have got information because a reason, right? Still in some, like I am from Surat Municipal Corporation, they are sending, wasting like into 30, 40 rupees, communicating, getting 2 rupees. That happened like recently. And there are some offices recently. So this is again practical thing. I keep telling government officers also, right? Uh, just see the cost thing, right? But it's big chunk of information, that is fine. Otherwise, for 5, 10 rupees, it's not feasible. Let me tell you, spending those money. I went to a custom department also years back. So I asked, what are the RTI application of the PM office, right? And then 10 rupees. That note was attached to RTI application. Then I asked what should have happened. People, the commissioner, chief commissioner was there, till, and deputy assistant commissioner, and then inspector also there. Then okay, that was rejected, right? So first I asked the opinion. So it was right. They rejected the application. The commissioner, then superintendent asked, sir, I would have taken that 10 rupees and put it, deposit into treasury and then provided information. So that is a practical thing. So most of things are not many idea. Let me tell you, I got the information without paying this 2 rupees fees. So that is again best practices, I would say, for getting. For example, I need 3 pages, 3 into 2, 6 rupees. I'm making application still, but I have seen like last few months, Surat Municipal Corporation in Gujarat, right? They are making application. So you want information, pay 10, 2 rupees. Then my father goes, deposit that 2 rupees in counter, and then this is again utter wastage, right? Of money, government money. And then larger copy, for example, you're asking for map, so that actual copy that to be, you have to pay. Map obviously won't be able, so they will get it done from outside. Right. So that you have to actual model samples, so actual payment that you have to pay. This is the time limit, right? So the 30 days is there, and then this matter of for, life and liberty. So recently, one of the personal case, earlier also, it's very difficult. Let me tell you, like 48 hours mm, giving information. Uh, Even if application reaches, that is very different. If you are making applications, right, until unless you go personally and submit, otherwise I've seen they're making an application. Recently, I got the message, right? I made an appeal to Gujarat State Information Commission today. I got the SMS. So, and every time I send the speed post, so I can track also because date matters, right? When it was reached. So, I suggest all of you to track, right? Don't send here and there, putting uh, don't advise courier by courier also, and don't please use stamp only. So always do by speed post, what you can track. Register post also I don't advise because it takes time to get acknowledgement. So this third party we discuss 40 days. So generally these 30 days have the time majorly, because the timeline also given. Now see, this is the example, right? So I have given example my university from I did my law. So they can appoint anyone as a public information officer. So nothing, no qualification. So they decide would be like, I've seen faculty also, they are like in charge of PIO sometime, or resident register deputy. They can decide. So here you can see like PIO. So you can put your example. Who can do it if PI not responding even file through RTI portal? So what, you can make a complaint to information commission when there is no PIO not responding, or so make a complaint to, yeah, I'm responding to Mohammed Faisal's query, so we can complain. So this happens. So they also order they can appoint a PI also. It also happened earlier. So registrar again is like a public information officer. So information to be given 30 days, right? So two things are there. So information, for example, I have made an application today is a 13, right? So I have made an application 13, and then I got the reply on 25th March. Yeah, so from 25th March, uh, I can, if I'm like not satisfied, so appeal to be made in 30 days, right? So 25th March in like 30 days, so 25th to be included. In 30 days, I have to make it first appeal. There's a first, right? Now, second thing, you have not received any reply, right? So 13 March is the right today. Now I have not received reply in 30 days, and then I advise people to at least wait for week or 10 days. What happens, like many occasions, because they do, because if they don't reply, that is right, it will be considered as a deemed refuse. There is a line in act. If they don't reply, right, not getting information 30 days, or they are not providing, so it will be considered as a deemed refuse. उन्होंने मना कर दिया. So those things are there. If you got the reply, not satisfied, you can make an application 30 days, or you have not reply, so not got the response in 30 days. At least wait for what happens. Like today is the last date I have to reply. I'm a PI, I have to reply. So I'm uh, sending application, sorry, reply to applicant. So it will reach maybe speed post at least, right? I would say within a city, it may take couple of days, or maybe same day. So you can imagine. So or maybe like maybe inter level. So at least wait for, because it may be in transit. So it will wait for 30 plus 7 or maybe 10 days, and then go for first appeal. This is again practical thing I understand. Now, uh, vice chancellor again depend. I'm just giving you an example. It can be anyone. If you don't know, that is fine. You just write down public information officer and address of that particular public authorities. That's it. Don't write what is the name of officer here and there. Nothing. Here and the second appeal, you will see. You just write, if you don't know, that is fine name. XYZ would be Kalpesh Gupta, first appeal authority, RTI. Otherwise, You just write on public, first appellate authority, RTI, and then public author address, full address of public authority. This first appellate to be disposed in 30 to 45 days. That is time limit, and then the 90 days. So you can imagine, like, so two things, as I told you, if you got the reply of, for first appeal, not replied, so not, you have not got the reply like 45 days. So 90 days you can go for, second appeal, and unfortunately no time limit for disposal, so it takes, I've seen it takes now little bit fast, I would say, but in, vacancy and things, lot of taking time. Otherwise, this journey takes, let me tell you, application, first appeal, second appeal, it goes for 1.5 to 2 year also. So that's the thing. This is example of central level, same thing. You can put anything, for example, railway or public sector or central universities or any central level public authority, same timeline, same things are there. So nothing new in this. So don't go for, against the order of state, go to central. Both are different. Okay, so uh, can anyone tell me which is the proper uh, question? This is the one student contacted me around 11 years back. Was a pharmacy student, and GPET is a graduate pharmacy aptitude test. They didn't get the stipend, right? So what do you think? Which is the proper question? I asked, what question you asked, and it was almost 6 months. For 6 months, they contacted me. What do you think? Which is the proper question? First or second? Okay, getting response is none, one. Okay, any other? Sometime. Okay, first. Okay, thank you. Any other? So ask, for example, yeah, thank you very much, Surti, Purnima, Mohammed Faisal. So again, don't, why have you done this? Why have you taken, why have you taken this decision? Why have you done this? So don't ask this kind of questions. For example, I have not received stipend, right, or maybe scholarship, right, for X university. So I'll make an application. So I'm keep going, right. I have been to office, and then it has been, right. Generally, it comes in 6 months, so it has been almost more than a year. I keep going. I visited that office, my university, and then no, abhi nahi aaya, what is here and there, they're replying. So I can make an application for that office, or maybe from scholarship is coming. That thing also, that two-way. If a public authority is fine, right? So obviously, public university, the student also they get the scholarship. So you can make otherwise from scholarship, like, the department of maybe like SCS, they're getting scholarship. You can make the application. Give me the list of students they got the scholarship stipend, for example, in the particular, university institution. You get the, like, list, your name is there. Then you can sort of, okay, what is this? You already got this money in this particular, on this particular date and month. So that way you have to utilize, right? How Paras, right, discuss, right, using RTA, getting information. Again, obviously, it is for the personal purpose. Again, any representation, public interest litigation, or further complaint. Another part, like, I made a complaint to police commissioner also and the other department also for follow-up. I made a complaint on a particular date, whatever external, police department, municipal corporation, or railway, action taken, right? What action have been taken on that particular complaint till date? Those way, usage of, you're making a RTI application, getting information, using those information for PL, any representation. Another thing, you have made a complaint, you can ask me follow up, right? So what action have been taken till date on my RTI applications, right? So those way things happen, right? So it will put you pressure. Because complaint sometimes, luckily you get the, redressal. Uh, I remember I was in travel, so in railway I also made yes complaints. One time my, like, railway pantry. So that was again Okha. I was in Ahmedabad, so I traveling to Ahmedabad Okha Express. So I was traveling to Ahmedabad and Surat. So I didn't complain. So I to there's an issue with food. So I made a complaint, oral complaint, and to the pantry manager. And then after that, I made an complaint to uh, railway, the complaint authority, right, in the Western Railway, Ahmedabad division. Then I had followed almost in 6 7 months, and I asked under RTI what action taken, and then I got a reply. So they imposed a fine of 10,000 rupees on that pantry. So various examples, cases are there. Whether results could be asked for not selecting a candidate after interview by the selection committee. I'll get back to Dr. Gupta. So complaints, again, two things are there. Like appeal, we discuss appeal step by step. Application first appeal, second appeal. The complaint directly, like make a complaint to Information Commission. No peer is there asking exorbitant money, wrong information, right? No request responses, incomplete, misleading information. So those are directly you can make a complaint to Information Commission. And second, other as I told you that. So section 19, step by step application first appeal, second appeal. So that's the flow. Uh, Penalties again, we discuss like 20 50 rupees. Again, it will deduct from the salary of public information officer, right? And then compensation, very very hardly. Let me tell you, uh, one cases I know, one to two, that again from the news I got it. So power is there for compensation. So and then uh, this will deduct from the PR salary, which 250 rupees per day and maximum 25,000. Uh, Compensation. This is a, let me tell you this. I got this news. I have still date. I have not got any news related to like compensation in that way. So that 50,000 was imposed. This is news 2010. You can see. Government now again they're supposed to organize various programs. There is, I don't know how many have seen RTI. Anyone have seen RTI campaign song sung by Sonu Nigam? I will share in group after this session. हम जानेंगे हक से जानेंगे, that is a song. Maybe senior participant would be knowing. Till things are there. We know a couple of campaign, two three, like consumer jago barak jago, and then other. Now you can see this UPI and PCI, RBI, they are doing campaign. Otherwise, things are there. So now state level, you can say, sorry, I won't be able to read. Just PPT I will share. Just go through it. Whenever there is a form, don't disturb the form, right? There are example, even form is not used, right? So they cannot, like let me tell you, I have not used form in various other occasions also. Still I got the reply. So don't need, like worry, I have not used form, what will the form, and then please don't worry about this. So there is a example, I Gujarat, and then I have seen Maharashtra is very very half page, I would say, form basic details they ask in that page. So RTI application, you can see whenever there is a format of, I suggest even RTI or any other thing, don't disturb the format. You just write down annexure one and put your info. I filed RTI in Gujarat High Court. Uh, Sorry, you won't be able to read. It's very small, I know. And then you put the question in the annexure, the question like this is, I went to Gujarat High Court and personally I paid the fees. And another part, like competent authority definition is there, so they can make their own rules and fees also. So Gujarat High Court, the 50 rupees fees was there, and per page five. Sorry, 5 rupees to be paid for that. So that's very another thing. But generally, this I told you, this 10 rupees for central and then 20 state level is there. Uh, Annexure one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just put up your questions. Then I got the reply. Okay, so denied. So it is again not falling in the definition of information. So first thing, so first appeal. So make a very basic, right? If you know, right, I would say first student will be like will be able to write this question. Like later, I will write the later. So prepare this covering later, and then you can see here speed post deliver. So I was in I am Ahmedabad. So 10th July. So next day it was high court is in Ahmedabad itself. So next day it was delivered. Here you can see delivered on 11th July. So that time you can first appeal, and this is the format, basic detail, no need to worry, right? Ground full appeal, when application was filed, your detail and PIO, right? So those details were there. So they called me for hearing. This is the later. I didn't go for hearing. And then this reply was, so you can see here, order was given by first appellate authority. So Kalpesh Gupta versus Public Information Officer. And again, they agreed with the appeal the order reply of AIO. So order appeal is dismissed, appealable, right? So that's now second stage is second appeal. Right, so you can see here same things, the speed post, and then application, and then basic detail, brief facts. So what happens, like when you go document is there, please maintain documents, put the date on particular documents, and for to then take the follow up. So here, and brief facts, you can I just put a name of address, applicant, my details, and then public information officer. So I was knowing the name, so detail of in High Court public information officer. Uh, when appeal was application was filed. Now brief facts leading to second appeal. So here's good. So don't write too much, right? Here you just briefly mention 1 2 line, and then put all detail in chronological order in annexer. Like I file RTI application, ask on this particular day, asking these questions. So annexer one, PIO replied, right? Briefly just put up 2 3 line, and annexer two, and then you can see chronological. You made an application, you got the reply, you made the fees, everything in chronological order. Put annexure 1 2 3 4 5, whatever is there. Grounds for appeal, information was not given, half given, misleading, right? That your things put up. The prayer, right? So give direction PIO to provide information, ask in the application, impose penalty on the PIO and the appellate authority for not providing information. So that way, obviously they will discretion on commissioner. Now center level, as I told you, there is no format. Again, questions maybe not good. Let me tell you, I also learning. So you can see it's a 11, 12, 2011, 12 things are there. So I also learning, right, in this field. So there is no format center level. So it's a file application in Supreme Court. So same thing you can see simply, dear sir, madam, provide me information 1 2 3 4 5. You just put your question, and then here, right? This is the IPO, senior power participant. They must be knowing, and they use this IPO, Indian Postal Order. This is the best way. So, question I asked 7 question. I hear me sending you IPO, Indian Postal Order, this date. So it looks like check. You can see. So this is a counter file. You just put keep for your record, and this you just, and please do not write anything here. Pay to, right? We put up. So you just keep it blank. Otherwise, if you write wrong, so it will be rejected. So please do not. They will fill up the because sometimes you see uh, we they have designated someone like registrar or pay an account officer. So things will be there. So please do not write anything. They will fill up the this detail and case this fees 10 rupees, 20 rupees, whatever it may be, and then uh, this is again they call me. So again, information was not given. This is the reply of first application. Then the first appeal, you can see uh, I made an application. So briefly annex on to, and then that you put up information again. Order was given. So Kalpeshkumar, Gupta was Smita was so CPIO in Supreme Court. uh, Information, so appeal phase and it dismissed, right? Now second appeal, same thing, a same format I discussed and I used. So it's a skill. Let me tell you briefly, covering it how to prepare. So for your record. Otherwise, when you can inform also, you can put up, no need to worry. But prepare briefly, covering later, so at least you can put up your record, put stick, right, attach counterfoil and speed posting for the record. So you can imagine, right, right, for the it goes the matters, goes for months and years. Then it will help you to know what is the first document, what is the second document, follow up the particular case. You can see, and then this again, the hearing was done like video conferencing. I was in Ahmedabad and my hometown is Surat, so I got the letter from Supreme Court for a hearing. So NIC center is there, so National Informatics Center, there is a video conference facility in government office. So I presented my case. So Satyendra Mishra, he was a chief information commissioner. So uh, the madam was there. So because she's in Delhi, so she was there, center public information officer, and then she presented her case. I also put submission from my side in online mode. So this is Again, this order was given, appeal is disposed, and copies of order will given free of cost to parties. So this was a two-page order given by Central Information Commission. This is again in sorry, it's in Gujarati. So as I told you, my student who resigned around like uh, maybe 45 or 50 year of age. So as I told you, like he did 3 year law course. So I said I when I get the opportunity, first year I teach RTI. So it took almost 1.5 years. I told you. So he asked detail of government records that land rate in his village. So you can see things. So just imagine that how can you say there is no records available? Land records, and then few things are happening, for example, years back, but now everything is digitized and things are available. So because of that, right, so and they ordered to maintain those information. So here Gujarat, I am just reading out for you, Gujarat State Information Commission, Gandhinagar, that's office, our Gujarat, uh, appellant, so Kaushik Patel, my student, is applicant, and then respond, right, again, so public information officer, Talati cum Mantri, right? Ankleshwar, Bharuch district is there in Gujarat. And then first appellate TDO, Taluka Development Officer, TDO. He is the first appellate authority. And then here you can see the in Feb 2022, the hearing was done by Google Meet. Kaushik Bhai Patel, Google Meet. So this is an example. You can see it took almost 1.5 years, and then recorded, and this order was given. So yes, you have to maintain uh, those land records. Now, what happens, like, this recent thing, you can see July 2024, things are going on. So many times I have seen, I mean, just email, right? This I mail sent to Director General, DGP, Director General of Police, Gujarat State, and Commissioner of, right, Surat, Public Information Officer, Office of DGP, Gujarat State, Gandhinagar, application. So kindly provide me details of action taken, police secretary. So again, related to the FIR, they changed the section. Again, this is my the personal case related to my brother. So they changed the section, right? Section 324, 326 to 324. So I made a complaint in January 2024, and then follow, right? What action have been taken? Still, things are going on for this information. So I then I made an application. So I got the reply. Again, it's in Gujarati. You can see. So they asked PIO, that police station, police inspector, to provide information in Gujarati. So look at this, and they also mentioned I paid the fees, provide information, and paid the fees. So let me tell you, I didn't pay the fees. I sent the mail. Look at this; it is in English, right? Okay, they inform public information officer, police station, right, in Surat, right, and then last point you can see, okay, applicant has paid 20 rupees, right? Let me tell you, through RTI stamping, I didn't pay any fees. This is the, like, I would say, good practice, I would say. Otherwise, they would have said later to me, pay 20 rupees, this and that. But again, I got the reply. Things are, this is going on. Okay. Now, please check it out. There is a website of Central Information Commission. Now, every state, having different, website is there. Please check it out in your state. Maharashtra, it's very good. They are having benches. I have not seen any other state. So, because you can see good practices, right? So, obviously, you cannot expect uh, a person to move from one state to, for example, I'm in Surat in South Gujarat. So, if hearing is there on, for example, 11 a.m. in Gandhinagar, so I have to wake up maybe not 2 or 3 a.m. Then I will catch the bus or train. Then be able to reach out in Gandhinagar. Now it's happening online. That's a good thing. But again, this kind of examples are there. Different state. Please check it out. You can see here, notice to 28 Information Commission PI virtual hearing. It happened like Corona time, right? Many appeal complaints were pending. PIs have been filed to fill the vacancies in Information Commission state and state level. Now, this is the website of online RTI application. So you can make an RTI application online. Again, only central level authorities are covered under this. So this again, same website you will see in other state also, like in Delhi also, and then Maharashtra, Rajasthan, other same website features will be there, and different other state also they come with their own website. This is application again. I file online. My friend is filmmaker, so he requested me to file an RTI. So this is online, right? What happens? It's easy. They also get reply very fast. You can pay also from debit card, credit card also 10 rupees online, and then you can get a notification also. Okay, updated or disposed. Now went to you know, that's so recently. Let me tell you, I got the file RTI and BCI also. So now uh, got the reply from public information officer. Attachment will be there, right? Or they can put up. So they provide. Ask on behalf of my friend related to Gujarati film entry. This is I got reply like mail will be there notification, and then from there, uh, their registration number. You just put your status and then attachment. What if they have put up attachment? So you'll get otherwise text. They will put up give the answer. So this is a part of attachment. To RTI file. So this is related. You can see right Gujarat entry is 7th National Film Awards, and then this was in International Film Festival of India in Goa. So two RTI file. This is example attachment of RTI application file. So different state are there. They come up with online RTI portals are there. So again, as I told in Gujarat, it happens took long time, and this is the website Gujarat. Still, recently, I think last year I filed RTI, not able to file properly. Then I made a complaint. Email was there. I don't know, it was registered. So I told I am facing difficulty in making RTI application. So they sometimes they also need good feedback. Try to communicate. Let me tell you, try your best yourself. Like this will happen, sir. I have seen in RTI. I have keep suggesting okay, you can application RTI online. Like I'm talking about central level. Sir, website नहीं काम कर रहा है or not happening. Sometimes under maintenance also it happens. Or so those things again practical sides are there. This is again we discussed like a participant talked about. This is like I did in 2010 free course then come up with in that way. So here you can see the Kati online certification course. So module was there, you can complete, and then the certificate in online. So there is no fees. Like Center for Good Governance and Department of Personal Training. So online certificate again is suspended, nothing is happening, and this is a free another part you can see Institute of Management and Government. So you can see the free course also. You can just check it out. Another course like developed by Professor Sairam Bhatt, analyst Bangalore professor. So active information good governance. So MOOC course, right? Massive online open course. So also you can check it out. This thing. Amendment also you can see concerns like as I told you around 85% are retired bureaucrat, and then you can imagine like how what kind of efficiency you can expect from those officers. And now another things like you can see we come up with the amendment 2019. Now center so terms. So RTI commissioner they were equivalent to election commission. That was a so, uh, status was given. Now they come up with amendments. So a lot of RTI activity they agitated for this. So now you can see. Uh, so it's like the right to information is central. It for a term of 5 years from the date on which he enters, right? So I'm talking about terms of information commission. For such term as may be prescribed by central government. Now look at this. So central state now central government decide for a term of 5 years from like may be prescribed by central. Now it's a 3 year. So they were equivalent to election commission. So now you can say like we need independent, very impartial acts, right? Decisions ordered from the information commission. So this is one of the things. And now DPDP Act people are telling will privacy issue this and that. So things are there. Again, this as a I think 2011 when I started group keep posting things. People are also posting things on RTI. So again, still I'm learning. A lot of things are happening. Different judgments are keep coming. So uh, keep learning those things RTI and keep sharing information. Uh, one of my friend again put up a stall in book fair in Surat, and these are my with my students explaining about RTI. Hardly this is again. a little bit old, 2017, 18, but people used to ask. Hardly, let me tell you, maybe 5-10% people they are knowing about RT. It's good now. People have started knowing. And hardly 1%. Video is also there. We put a video. Only 1% they file RTI. How to file RTI? They used to know. So thank you very much. Any question, query from your side? I will read out from chat box. Why waiver only for BPA, not for WRTX? So I don't have any answer. Again, representation should be made to government, right? Or so they can be exempted. Again, 10 rupees is nothing. I would say anybody can afford this thing. How public authority takes RTA of employees if file RTA in own department? Yes, uh, it's really nobody takes it very. Let me tell you, it's taking taken the other way around. Let me tell you, with the public officer don't take the RTA application in good spirit. It create a lot of problem for that the person that employee the public government servant. It's very yeah. Oh, advocacy said, thanks to Sri Lokesh Batra, we can get EIPO via, yes, which can send along with the RT application, signs of email address of the PIO. Thank you very much. Again, Mohammed Faisal, you stated like, it's in a volume. So you can request, right? I need a soft copy only. So that way, again, uh, we should request for rather than wasting money. 1 second, sir. Again, I have seen people ask thousands of rupees for providing information. So again, not desirable. Okay, I have done it. Sorry, Dr. Gurdev, but no feasible reply. Sorry. Okay, yeah. So Swarnima Sri. So I can see the question. So I have a question that I would be sorry. State RTI portal usually provide a list of specific ministry departments to choose from. Could you guide me on the how to research effectively to identify? Yes, somewhat, like for example, we know something related to education. So we should not file to like home department. Yes, another part is there. Sometimes you file RTI applications, they will transfer to more relevant department, right? So and they will inform you. For example, you have asked any question related to education and then file at home department of home affairs in your state. So they transfer your application to education department and they will inform to you. You get also that later, right? So at least do definitely. Otherwise, it will delay. What happens? They will transfer. So try to have basic. Uh, Sometimes it happens like where to file. Even we are educated, we get confused like where to file. But again, best possible very near in applications, right? Sometimes related to connected department, right? Some financial related issue and issue may be relevant to two, three departments also. So more relevant, they will transfer within transfer, like Minister of Finance. If we see, so there's a department of revenue, department of financial affairs, department of expenditure. I think 5, 6 departments are there. So more relevant, and then sometimes I've seen a website. Uh, you check the website and detail will be there. Would be the PIO, right? Actually, for this particular matter, this is the PIO. For this particular matter, this is the PIO. Bar Council, they also mentioned, for example, one PIO. But again, if I just give you example of Ministry of Finance, so there are department. If you see the like PIO, so list of PIO will be there. So you'll get those information and make an application. If you see. Or email also, let me tell you, I am not able to find out where to pay. You make an application. Look at this. I give you example. So I have done those things. I made an RTI application through email. To PIO email is there. Even like for example, university, I don't know. No email ID is there. PIO for particular university, vice chancellor, dean, director. You just send, they will transfer. So some practical thing, right? And they will inform you. Okay. Whether reason could be asked for not selecting a candidate interview. Again, reason you can ask like interview marks, and then exam marks that you can ask. Again, it's very difficult. They won't give you. But again, you can definitely make a try. We should make a try, right? A lot of things are not being communicated. Recently, one of the judgment also in public, the marks of other candidates. You also put. We have seen selection is recruitment is done, and then okay, you see the okay this number is selected. Sometimes there is no name. That the number will be there. 001, 005, 008, 0 career selected for X position. And then what happened to my application? Where are my marks? Judicial judgment, I think it's very good. Just check it out. It's a very good, I would say, public, examination. It should be disclosed. Even you get to know people really. Sometimes they have seen, we miss a particular position with the 1 mark only, right? So those things also happen.
I have one question. Can I ask, sir?
Yes, 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 please ask.
There is a institution SPPI. I visited once there, and they are marking from the pencils after the interview. And then we filed an RTI, but didn't get the reply. Same happened in different interview processes. I filed the RTI, but didn't get the reply. But second, if you as an employee asking some information from your department and they are not providing, then later you file an RTI. How it affect your ACRs, how they will treat as in terms of the conduct then.
It's a consider very negatively. That's a very practical thing, right? So one of the slide I discussed, like killing of party activists. So they were not fighting alone. So again, there is suggestion by one of the slide I have. Sorry, I positive type didn't discuss. So RT activists, they said like work in group. So it's very difficult. So they can they can kill 1, 2 people, not a group of people. So here, right, definitely it will, again, I'm repeating, it will be taken very negatively. But I'm working in particular department and I'm asking NATI applications. So definitely 99, let me tell you, not 99, 100% it affects your working with difficulties, issues will be created. So that way, so better. So again, my battery is going down. I'm sorry. Yeah, so again, depending on the kind of information, you can ask your friend relative to make an application. So that way, strategically do something in that regard. Yes, any last query? Sorry, again, it's going to 9 p.m. Any last question query? It takes almost 3 times with discussion, right? 3 hours with this, but again, I try to manage. Yes, please. Okay, then thank you very much.
Last question.
Yes, please, yes, please. Ask. Yeah, this will
Am
last
I
question.
audible?
Then yes, you're audible. Yes.
Okay, so there is a scenario where in Karnataka, the Deputy Commissioner Office, the newly enrolled advocates are supposed to get stipend, basically. So I have been to the office, that is the Deputy Commissioner Office, to ask about this. So they deny, saying that it's been years since 2018 they have stopped providing the stipend, and they say the government has not given any such information, and they have stopped without any information, and none of them have any idea about it. So how can we proceed it through RTI?
Have you filed RTI or not?
Yes. No, I have to file. So how can we proceed in this matter? So suppose the DC office, when I had been, they said the ministry, the law ministry has stopped it. I mean, they are not proceeding with it, and none of them have any information. So if I have to file an RTI, how should I be proceeding with it?
No, just the public information officer, right? Which are the concerned department, right? Public information officer, and what action,
Okay.
right? What are the status action taken on XYZ later direction notification and attach that
Okay,
particular
and
direction
because I said
notification. Yes.
yes, I had informed them that I'm filing an RTI, so they said they'll just be providing the notification. They won't be providing any information. They'll just
No,
provide the
at least
notification.
get no. Don't do orally.
So
That is fine. So don't threaten. Right? Get information. At least you have
uh,
something on your hand. Take it in black and white. Okay, no problem. Nothing is
got
no
it, sir.
problem. Right? At least you get okay. This is the in black and white rather than
Understood.
right orally. Don't threaten. I will don't
Understood,
provide. I will
sir.
file RTI. Don't do those things. File RTI. Get information
Got it.
and disseminate and grow. Make a complaint using that application.
Got it, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, then thank you very much. I have already shared PPT to go through it. So a lot of things keep coming in this area. Just keep learning, right? Okay. Thank you very much. Good night. Thank you. See you tomorrow.